Now we're gonna take out the reservoir and bottles from the tiny farm, and we are going to fill them up in order to be able to conduct an experiment. So the first thing to do is to take out the tubes. So just pull them out, there's no harm, and you should hear a little click. So you need to take out the tubes both from the reservoir and from the bottles. Then we take out the empty nutrient bottles, the water bottle, and we pull out the reservoir from the black part. There we go. It should slide out pretty easily, but if it resists a little bit, it's okay to force it. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some demineralized water to the reservoir. So as you can see, I've got it in my jug here. You're free to do it whichever way you want. And then I'm going to fill it up to the line, which you can see at the back here. This way. So this should be a nice 3-4 liters of water in order to have optimal level for the plants to grow in. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to set the reservoir back in. And I'm going to plug the tubes back into it as well. And there we go. One point I'd like to make is that it's okay for the tubes to look a little bit crooked, to have a little bit weird of an angle. As long as they pump, that's totally fine. And when you put the tubes, it's very important that you press them in quite thoroughly, as that might not work otherwise in terms of pumping. So they need to go very, very much into it, as so. Now we're going to prepare some nutrient mixtures for the tiny farm. These are the bottles that you receive as part of your starter pack, and they're very concentrated nutrients for the plants. The rule of thumb is that we're going to dilute them 1 to 5. So one of these bottles will be enough to conduct 5 full experiments with. I took out the bottle from the tiny farm. I'm going to unscrew the top part. Do the same with the concentrated nutrient mixture. And then I'm just going to put roughly, and it's not precise science here, roughly 1/5 of the bottle. And then I will add some demineralized water into the bottle, as this will go through the pumps. So it's quite important that the water doesn't have anything that could clog the pumps with. Once that's done, I will screw the top back on. Make sure that the bottom of the tube is just about at the bottom of the bottle. So without being too deep and too close to the bottom, that there's just a little bit of space. And I will go and put it back in the tiny farm itself. So it's color coded, so the vegetative nutrient does go with the green tube. And then I'm gonna really put the tube nice and inside the bottle, really press it down hard, so that I'm sure the pumps will be able to suck liquids out of it. And we're ready to go.